Horror stories, Miller suggests, provide just enough uncertainty to keep the anticipatory engine engaged, allowing it to refine its simulations to make better predictions of threat in the future. Hanging out in this sweet spot means you're always growing in your predictive capabilities, so that you are increasingly better set up to manage uncertainty over the long run, Miller says. Like Scrivner, he believes that this can be useful for reducing anxiety by moderating the stress response to unsettling events. Horror is an opportunity to play with being scared, play with being disgusted, play with being under duress, says Miller. The advantage, of course, is that we remain within the safety and comfort of our sofa throughout this learning process, and we can control just how scared we feel by pausing the movie, leaving the room, or hiding behind our bucket of popcorn. Therapeutic fear Scrivner suggests that horror stories could even be incorporated into psychological therapy as a way of teaching people to confront difficult situations. Given the right book or film, we may learn to downplay our fear into a sweet spot of pleasant titillation, emotional regulation skills that would help us to cope better with the stresses of everyday life. Alamy. Despite making our pulse race, watching horror films can be good for our anxiety in daily life. Credit, Alamy. Alamy. Despite making our pulse race, watching horror films can be good for our anxiety in daily life. Credit, Alamy. He points out that researchers in the Netherlands have used a similar principle to treat children with anxiety using a video game called Mindlight. The game is set in a haunted house with shrieking monsters that stalk the player's avatar. The child, however, wears an EEG headset measuring their brain activity, and this directly controls a light on their avatar's head. The calmer they become, the brighter the light shines, reinforcing their relaxation. If the child can maintain this relaxed state during an attack, the monster turns into a cute kitten that follows them around the house. If, on the other hand, the child becomes too scared, a message appears that offers advice for ways to calm their mind before proceeding. In several clinical trials, children who regularly play the game show reduced anxiety in their everyday life, with similar overall benefits to classic cognitive behavioral therapy. That's incredible because it's the gold standard for treating anxiety in kids, says Scrivner. And he strongly suspects that regular horror stories, in novels or films, could serve a similar purpose. As he writes in a review paper on the topic, horror entertainment content allows people to experience fear in a safe, controlled environment, providing an opportunity to practice cognitive reappraisal,